Good morning and welcome to our session today for our Future You campaign. This session is based on Go Global and goal setting for your gap year ahead. Over the next 30 minutes or so, I am going to give you some information with regards to considering your work placement abroad during your gap year, and also opportunities that are available for students once they graduate as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them into the chat box and I will address them at the end of the session. And just as a reminder that this session is recorded for those students unable to attend at this time. So during your gap year in university, you may consider going abroad. There are lots of positive reasons why you may want to consider going abroad to do your gap year with an employer. We are seeing more and more employers are increasingly looking for evidence of employability skills to accompany the technical skills that you're learning in your degree. And the benefits for students and our graduates for this are it is going to enhance your CV. You will improve your communication skills and your language skills. So working in a different environment, you will pick up those language skills pretty quickly. And it is going to advance your own communication skills. You're going to build on your self-confidence and self-reliance, which are fantastic skills to always have going forward. Going abroad to do a work placement, you're going to demonstrate to an employer your independence and your initiative and adaptability. And this is something that employers like to see on graduate CVs, that you can prove that you can work within a different culture and different working environment and gaining those skills and experience. You will also improve your technical, professional and employability skills while abroad. And you will experience different cultures and build on cultural awareness, which is very important working within different countries and different workplaces, etc. You will learn new skills of working, and this will help build on your local and national networks. So for a student who is considering mobility abroad, it's never too early to start considering this, and there's quite a lot of information you need to consider before making that decision to apply for that opportunity. So firstly, you need to do some planning. You need to think about the employer and the sector that you are interested in, the type of job role that you may seek once you graduate, and if you wish to then go abroad when you graduate, this will base and help on the type of employer that you will consider doing your year work placement with. So that's very important to start with, researching those companies, researching locations, the countries that those employers are based, and getting a lot of that research and pulling that together to see what's most suitable for yourself. Going abroad is costly. And we do recommend that if you are thinking of going abroad for a placement year, your gap year, you start that saving sooner rather than later. We have some students who have mentioned before when it came to their birthdays or Christmas that they've maybe asked for money as opposed to a gift, because it's something that they can put towards their mobility. So you need to start considering things like, your flights, the cost of the programme, accommodation, living expenses when you're there, etc. You will also need to consider your CV and make sure it's up to date with all relevant work experience, skills, courses, anything that you have done up to the date of doing your CV. A CV should really be 2 pages of length. If you're applying for opportunities in the likes of America, Canada, etc., it's a resume. And it's a 1-page resume, and the layout and the detail that you would put in that 1 page is slightly different from what you may put in your CV of 2 pages. But we do offer support excuse me, within employability and careers for preparing CV and resumes. We would also suggest that you prepare a cover letter. This will very much be dictated to the type of employer and the role that you're applying for. So you will have a template of what you can work off, but you will have need to adjust that for each employer that you're applying to. The same also applies for your CV and resume. you may have to adjust the skills, the experience, your personal profile, again, to suit the employer that you're applying to. We recommend that students, if you aren't already, that you do have a LinkedIn profile. This is one of the best networking opportunities for you, especially if you're considering your gap year abroad, graduate opportunities following graduation. This is the place where you will be able to network with different employers within different countries across the globe. You'll be able to connect to different events, virtual events that they're holding, find out about the jobs that they advertise, what they look for within those job opportunities, etc. So again, to enable you to do that and present yourself the best possible way, you want to make sure that you have your own profile as up to date and as detailed as possible to sell yourself, because employers will look, they will look at your profile, especially when you're connecting with numbers of different people across different companies across the globe, etc. We do recommend that you sign up to Ulster's Alumni Mentoring Programme, and that enables you to connect with Ulster alumni across the globe also. So these are graduates who've been in your shoes, who've considered doing a gap year, who've considered going abroad. They have been there. They're the best people who can offer advice on what they did, what worked well, what didn't. They can also put you in contact with different employers and different places within the area of work that you're looking for. So I highly recommend that you consider the Alumni Mentoring Programme. You want to do a lot of research and target the global market employers directly. And again, that's by having a look on, company websites, looking at events, looking on job boards, things like that. You will come across and be able to see what employers are recruiting, what they're looking for when they're recruiting, who are the key people. And you can then contact those key people directly yourself. Forwarding your CV, your cover letter, explaining why, your circumstances, is it a placement year, is it a graduate job opportunity you're considering, etc. So there are ways where you can directly connect with employers. You can explore using placement agencies. There are a number of different agencies, and I will touch on further in this session, about websites that are useful. We do suggest that you are mindful for fees. There are agencies there who will look for fees up front. What I would suggest is that you come and you have a chat with myself or one of my colleagues within Employability and Careers, just to ask about any of those fees that are being asked of you before you make any financial commitments. Very important, if you're considering going abroad, that you have your paperwork up to date. If you are going within Europe, you need to have a visa if you're going to be in Europe 90 days or more. So we will provide advice and guidance on that and what you need to do. For students or graduates who are considering going to America, you will need your J1 visa. We can offer support and direct you with regards to that as well. With regards to medical, travel insurance, etc., the university does have travel cover. However, you will need to read that to make sure you haven't left out any cover that you may need. You may have to purchase some cover yourself. But again, we can provide advice and guidance on this. You may be able to apply for funding for a placement opportunity. There are different fundings available within the university that we can offer guidance and support about also. We are still in the midst of the pandemic. We are coming out of it, but COVID is still there, and we still have to be very mindful of travel advice for different host countries. We do follow the guidance from the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office within the university, and we will provide travel advice and guidance to students, if you are considering going abroad as well. The university does have procedures in place that all students who are wishing to go abroad for their gap year, that they will have procedure to follow, where they complete a mandatory travel preparation assessment form. That form is completed and then reviewed by Employability and Careers and your placement tutor, and that is to look to make sure that you are ready to go abroad, and to look at your readiness for going abroad and working in another country. And so we do look at areas such as to make sure you're prepared with regards to accommodation, travel, the cultural environment, health and safety, that you have the paperwork, which I just touched on, up to date, etc. But that is support that we can offer you in that preparation for that mobility abroad. So when you're looking for international opportunities, placement, internships and graduate opportunities are all listed on our career platform, Handshake. Handshake is where you will find pretty much all of our opportunities. We promote our opportunities through Handshake, through direct mail, etc. And obviously from today, you're registered because you register for this event. But the main platform I would suggest to our students is Handshake. But students and graduates can seek opportunities directly themselves, just as I touched on there, by contacting employers directly. LinkedIn, the Alumni Network program, business publications, you have your different societies out there within the different areas of sectors. You have the Chamber of Commerce, etc. Women in business. There's different where you can be involved in those organizations. Institute of Directors, connecting with those type of businesses and their publications, then you can are fantastic sources to get contacts within the industry that you're looking for. And not forgetting our family and friends. Sometimes they're the ones closest to us and we don't think about considering, a family or friend may work in an organization, or may know someone who works in an organization in the industry that you're interested in, that they can maybe put you in touch with to speak to them about opportunities for placement and for graduate opportunities also. Okay, so we touched on looking at Handshake, but the other sources of online areas that you can look at are Prospects. This is a fantastic website offering multiple opportunities across the globe. Target Jobs, Rate My Placement, Indeed, Employment for Students, and then you can search specialist networks within the industry that you're looking for. So there are umpteen different ways of searching for opportunities that may be suitable for you. And within each of these websites, you can go in and filter exactly for the area that you're interested in, for what you are looking for, whether, again, I mentioned that's a work placement, a short-term internship, or it's a graduate job opportunity. When do you apply for international opportunities? I mentioned at the start, it's never too early to start thinking about applying for a placement, an internship, or a graduate job opportunity. You will find, if you are on Handshake on a regular basis, that it is updated daily, with multiple work placement, graduate job opportunities, seasonal internship opportunities, etc. What we do find is that most employers will advertise during semester one. Quite often we are seeing employers having closing dates in November and December. And what we're finding a trend that each year that employers tend to advertise earlier, do their interviews, and then they select their successful students for their placements before Christmas on occasions. But you will find right into semester two there will still be opportunities there. But what I suggest is, you do keep an eye on a regular basis. Have a good look at the employers, the type of opportunities, what they're looking for, making sure that your CV matches, what they're looking for based on your own experience, etc. And a plan for those opportunities when you can. The internships, they have different launch dates, so you'll find them throughout the year. It depends on the type of program that's offered. We do get quite a lot of summer internship opportunities as well, but there is always a variety there that you will find when you're looking on Handshake. There's quite a lot of support available to our students from Employability and Careers, and within that support we will offer you advice on how to source that international work placement or graduate opportunity. We will promote opportunities through Handshake and social media with regards to programs or funding or whatever it may be of interest to students and graduate opportunities. We do have a Go Global registration that you can register your interest if you are thinking about a gap year opportunity abroad, so we can keep direct up-to-date information and contact with you. We will offer support with your applications, including CV, resume preparation, drafting cover letters, and we will offer help with interview preparation as well. We will provide information about any available funding that the university has to offer and opportunities there for you that may be suitable. During the semester 1 and semester 2, primarily in semester 1, we will be holding a Go Global event around the middle of semester 1, and that's where we will invite our global employers to meet with students, whether that be virtual or face-to-face, and discuss the opportunities that they have for the forthcoming year for students to apply to. Again, whether it's for gap year work placements, internships, or graduate job opportunities. But it's a fantastic way to connect with those employers and find out who the key people are then to make that contact with. Any student who is going abroad to do a work placement will attend a pre-departure workshop. And again, that's for us to ensure that you have all the information that you need relevant to going abroad to your host country, and provide you with key information with regards to the university while you're away. And it's just additional support for our students. You can book an appointment through Handshake and have a chat with one of the employability advisors with regards opportunities or anything that's been discussed today, and then they can do a follow-up with myself also to follow up if there's a particular opportunity that you are applying for. Edge Accreditation, the Edge Award might well be your ticket, as they say here, to graduate success. Employers want and need experienced graduates who are committed to their ongoing development, and that's exactly what EDGE does. It means students are completing extracurricular and co-curricular activities, and that will help your skills, building your confidence, your networks, etc. So EDGE is fantastic, and if you aren't already registered with EDGE, I would definitely recommend that you look into it. There is details at the bottom of the slide there of how you can register on EDGE. You will find it within the employability pages on the university website. Many of the activities you may well be doing yourself anyway outside of university, so you may well be able to get the recognition and the credit for those achievements. For anyone who does do a global opportunity, as well as the short-term summer volunteering roles and internships, they're all EDGE accredited, and you can have those added obviously to your record. Okay, so we're coming to the end of this short presentation. It is an overview of preparing for going abroad. We are doing a graduate exit survey at the minute. So if you are in final year and you're moving on this year, we would be really delighted if you would take 5 minutes out to complete the survey. By completing the survey, you are really helping us to get a better understanding of the experiences you've had at university. Find out what your employment status is currently and what it will be over the next few months, and to know what relationship you would like with university after you leave. If you would like to be kept up to date about events or graduate programs that we do offer. It will take less than 5 minutes, and if you are interested, there is a chance of winning some prizes, which is great. The closing date for this graduate survey is the 31st of July. I do have a link at the bottom of this page if you like to take note of that and put an entry in. That would be absolutely fantastic. Okay. And that's the end of the session based on preparing for your gap year. Is there any questions? Beatrice, I see you're asking here, what type of funding does the university offer? The university, we have Erasmus funding, which is for European work placements, and that will run until 2023. And then we will have the Turing scheme funding. It is a very competitive funding setup as such, where we work with our faculty colleagues to know what students are intending to go global. So for talk's sake, if we know there's so many students going to America, Canada, etc., then we put in an application for that funding, and we submit an application based on the countries that we're aware of our students are going to, or the programs our students are going to undertake. So that is one funding that we offer. We do have also Santander funding that is available too, But any of our funding that we have, you know, relevant to Going Global, we do promote it, and we do promote it through our social media, our handshake, and also to directly to our students who have registered for Go Global registration also. You're asking, are those available for recent graduates? The Santander is for actual our students. With regards to the graduates, we would have to discuss that with regards to the Turing scheme, but it's something that I can follow up with you on and get an idea of what it is. If you want to put your email address in the chat box, or you know, or send it to me directly. If I can give you my email, actually, I'll give you my email address and you can email me directly and I can follow up on that query for you. There we go. There you are. If you send me an email, I can forward you more information on that, and Beatrice. Okay. So guys, thank you very much for attending today and for listening to this presentation. I have put my email address in the chat box, so any further questions about Going Global, whether it's for your gap year work placement or it's with regards to graduate opportunities, please contact me directly and I can certainly follow up with you. So thank you very much.